Yeah, I'm different. Nah, I don't fit their system.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of How to Create a Simulator. I've again forgotten what episode we're on. I think I've got it written down this time though. We are on episode 8 of How to Create a Simulator Game. Now, again, we're going to start like last time. We don't have any scripts, so we're going to add a script here, and we're going to call this Test My Stuff, and then that's going to be there. So that's going to be inside of a part with a click detector. And then we're going to add two more scripts in here. So add 1, 2. So this one, we're going to press F2 and then say player added. And then on this one, we're going to press F2 and say player removing. Right. So if we, because we've got all of these up now, they're only going to say hello world. But if we head over to, there we go. So if we head over to, as you can see, this video, we can actually take the code. So this is the player leaving. So if we take this code up until, where is the line? Up until the line, copy it with Control C, and then find, was that player leaving? Yeah, player leaving. So we're going to go in player removing and paste it. As you can see, player removing to player removing. Now going to player added, go back over to the link that's in the description. There will be a scannable thing on screen if you want to go to the main page and have a look around, but the link is in the description or in the comments. So now we're copying player added to player added, as you can see, player added to player added, and this is called player joining. And finally, the tester script, which is down at the bottom, we're going to Control C and then Control V. Now I have tested this before, so this actually will have 36, there you go, but if we go over to the corn or wheat that we were almost making until I realized we couldn't do anything else without tables, because that's what we did in the last episode. We created tables, so if you haven't checked that out, go and check that out now. I might put a card in, hopefully we'll put a card in, but I will have to remember that. But here we go, so 88 cash. If we stop, make sure we're recording still, we are, and then go back into play, we have 88 cash still. So we also will have inside of here some hidden stats that have been given. So we've got 88 XP as well. That's from just clicking that. But in this episode, we don't really want to have cash going instantly into our system because it's a farming simulator. How good is it you instantly get cash? That's not very great. We will eventually get into animations further down the line, but for now we're going to stick with the clicker, but we're going to get straight into it. So I will see you there. So inside of the player added, we need to add a few more stats. So go to where it says hidden stats. I may add some spaces for the next time. So hidden stats, stats. This is a stats folder that we will not see. So let's move that down to make that hidden stats and then move that away so we can actually have some split up in the code. And then this is a stats folder, so we need to actually create another one of these. We can actually just take this and then go like, oh, we want to go underneath the important notice, and then we want to call this current inventory. And then we will copy that name here and here, and then also go with the same again, copy this and then paste here, and then this will be called inventory value, right? And then we copy this and then make sure that that we copy and paste it here and then inside of there. So now that we have that, I'll add a few comments, so I'll be with you in a second. Right, so I've added in some comments. I will go over them later. Well, we'll go like you can go over them when you use this in your own time. We are now going to have to, because we've added two more variables, we need to now add it into the data. So remember, we don't have it here yet, so we can go table in. We're better off just copy and pasting this. So let's copy and paste this, and then make that number 5. Call this whatever we just created. So this is going to be current inventory. Right, so current inventory, and then we will go and take the exact name of current inventory, and then we will paste that into there. So that is now number 5, so we need to remember that. And then we can take this, copy and paste that down, and then we want to go back into here, and then we want to get inventory value. Now, inventory value is the second one that we're going to take, and this is going to be number 6. Now, if you remember following along from the tables of last week's video, that is actually going to be just how the table is listed slowly but surely. Now, that's literally all we need to do in here because we've added the tables, so there's no longer a faff anymore. And then we can just go down to here, and then we will add it into here. So I will actually close it out. You can get the code now, so it's not too much of a difficulty of you not being able to see it too well on the tutorial, but I would like you to be able to see it as best as I can possibly make it while I know it's happening. So we can turn this into number 5, and then if instead of actually, because we've got it the same anyway, we can use the same name, but normal. So let's actually take it from here, because sometimes you may have a different name, especially if you're displaying it on somewhere else. So current inventory value, and then wait, is that no, current inventory, and then inventory value, and this is going to be a weird thing because it's going to say inventory value dot value, but oh sugar, we will just do this then, and then take all this, and then turn this to number 6, as you can see on here, 5 and 6, 5 and 6. So this will be number 5, number 6, and then this is current inventory space, and then inventory, oh, sugar, value without the space. Right. So if there is no data inside of there, we want the current inventory. Oh, we'll take the whole of that actually. The current inventory value to be equal to 0, and then also we want the inventory value to be equal to 0, because we want to that's the base stat. So let's put as the else has no stats, then set some stats, right? And then that is it for adding in some more stats. So if we now go over to this test my stuff, which is what I wanted to add into having some health and such, we can now add a local health equals, say, 5. So you have to click it 5 times, and then we can do if health is greater than 1. Oh, if health is greater than 1, then print I was clicked and have health. Print statements, which is why we learnt them in the beginner stage, are always useful. They are debugs as well, but they're just helpful for knowing that your code is running, and if it's not showing, then you know that your code isn't running. Let's see how long I've been going for this video. We've only been going 9 minutes, so we've got another 5 minutes to try and get this done. So we now want to, so if health is greater than 1, then we want to do all this and then minus. So can we do health minus minus for this? No, we can't do this in Roblox. So equals minus equals 1, sorry. So that is going to, and then if we could do else, and then this makes, if the health is 1, then, and it was clicked, then we want to, for now, I suppose we can just destroy it maybe, or we can do, did we not add the, Wheat. We've not added it to the wheat. Oh dear. Oh wait, what? What is this? I mean, I suppose we've already... Right, so let's get rid of that. And then let's... Where is this? Hang on a second. Oh, okay. So this part. So we don't really want it to be on there. We want it to be on here. So let's delete that script. And then can I control C paste into? Yeah, there we go. Paste that into there. So we have that. And now double click that again to go back into it. So every time it's clicked, health -1. And then I suppose we want to find, so we want to find script dot parent. So that's the invisible clicker dot parent, which will be wheat, and then dot union. And then let's see what we can do with dabbling with the union. We can do like can touch maybe. So, well, we might need, first we need to disable the click detector. So we need to do script dot parent dot click detector dot. Let's see if we can do is active. Has been a while since I've done anything like this. Archivable. Okay, before we, I've sort of figured it out, but before we actually get into that, we want to make sure that I forgot what I was saying. Damn it. Um, oh, I'll go back to you when I figured out what I was saying. Right, so I think we can do health dot changed function. Is this going to throw me an error? And here is why syntax is so important. So we have got inventory turned into current inventory. Don't know why there's a value there as well. There's something that's set to an actual value. So hang on. Right, everything is sorted itself out. Honestly, that gave me a miniature heart attack, and I hope that we're actually, yep, we are recording. Right, so, oh, A, we intend to index changed. Right, yeah, that did not work. Um, so in order to check it, I suppose we can just do a while true do, and then we can just do. Right, I had to cut for the cough, properly cut for the cough that time. But well, actually, while health equals or is less than or equal to 0, then we want to wait a few sec. Well, first we want to set the transparency. So we want to find the script dot parent dot parent dot union dot transparency. Oh, sugar. Okay. Dot union dot transparency, and then equals 0. I'm pretty sure that's the right way around. Oh no, transparency. So we want to set that to 1 to as much transparency we can set it. And then we also want to add to the invisible click detector. We kind of want to make this untouchable because I think that's what it means. So where is it? Yeah, can touch. So if we try and make that untouchable, possibly it means that it can't. We might turn off both can query and can touch, and then I'll figure that out in a later episode, or for an edit in this video. So script dot parent dot can query equals false. Script dot parent dot can touch equals false. And then after we wait for maybe 10 seconds, we want to turn all of this back around. So we want to do this equals 0, this equals true, this equals false. So and then we also want to, after finally doing that, health equals 5. Or we could actually do local max health equals 5, and then actually want to put that as a lowercase and this as a capital. Current health and max health, and then we will set health equals max health just so we can easily edit it at the top. Fingers crossed that this will actually work. I will see you there. Right, I'm pretty sure it's because I didn't have current health selected properly or sorted out properly, so I'll see you in there again. So I've done a little bit of changes to the code. It still wasn't working as I wanted it to, so the major thing that we've just done is added it into the else function. So if it's greater than 1, then add leader stats. If it we still want this in there if we want that as well, so we'll add that in there now as well. But what we're trying to do is, if it's greater than 1, then it'll keep minusing, and then if it ends up at 1, which is what we're aiming for, then it'll turn to invisible. Now hopefully this will stop the querying, and we can't actually query it when we click it. So then we'll wait 10 seconds, or we'll put it for 5 to actually, for video's sake, because this is getting to a long video anyway. So we can now press play, and I will meet you there. Right, so we are here, and we can do 1, 2, 3, and then I was clicked 4 times, and I was clicked, now I don't have any health. Starting timer, and now it is back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. And then it will come back any second. There you go. So now we have a respawning plant. As you can see, this is what is going to be all the way around here. But we are going to be moving, and this is to look forward to next week, we're going to be moving from just adding cash here to having something in the shop, or maybe here, where you can just drop all of the items that you have in your inventory. It will display how much your inventory is full, and then you can drop it all, and then it will eventually figure out how much it's all worth. Now we'll start off with the wheat being worth just 1, and then in the next one, I sounded like a lag, but it was just me lagging. In the next one, we need to add some way of collecting it. So we'll have like a GUI in the next one and such. So that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you all hopefully next week. Hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along, and that's it. Peace.
Yeah, I'm different. Nah, I don't fit their system. So let the match class act, that's a fact. Never backtrack. ADD's my life hack. Addicted to spitting rap. Angels on my back. 111, telling me to carry on. What's the mail? The evil one. Without him, we'd be known.